Okay, we are live. Let's go ahead and get the chat up. And hopefully there isn't as much of a delay. Turn the latency very low. So hopefully that helps. Let's just check settings. Okay. Well, here we are. Waiting for people to join. Oh, I need to text Adam. Okay. And just texted Adam, so we should be good. And there's a Vincey Vince. Good morning, buddy. We're talking about Italian Pilsners. And Vince, did you just know that I found out that Hannah is studying abroad in the country I want to visit like no other? And I'm very upset about this. I'm very upset. But I'm also very excited for her. Yeah, she went to one of my favorite breweries from there. I've actually been lucky enough to have the beer. There's a Daniel. But she went to Delirium Brewing. In Brussels. It's an 8. And I'm very jealous. So, also morning, Daniel. And Daniel, this whole concept is your fault today. I'm just killing time beforehand. Oh, good news. What's Spokane beer news today? Since I'm gonna try to include the beer news stuff. Leicester Cup results are being announced today. The Valley Cup starts, I think, on the 30th of this month, or towards the end of March. And in April, Emery's is hopefully opening up here in Liberty Lake, which is a brewery slash meadery. And that's most of the big news. I think Whistlepunk's getting ready to open up their second location, hopefully soonish. So, but yeah, not much. On that front. So, I guess we can go ahead and start. Yeah, well, so jumping into today's style and stuff, we're talking about Italian Pilsners, and honestly, Italian Pilsner is a German Pilsner style Pilsner that has been dry hopped with European hops. It is that simple. Um, and everything. So we'll just go over what a German Pils kind of the BJCP guidelines for a German Pils. And just remember that any aroma is actually going to be higher for an Italian Pils. Keg, you can drop. I didn't see anything that said it had to be in the keg. Well, let's dive into what a German Pils is. So, a German Pils is a pale, bitter, dry, bitter German lager featuring prominent hop aroma already. So, the fact that we are bumping up that hop aroma even more for an Italian Pils is huge. It's going to be crisp, clean, refreshing, show brilliant color. Um, like all That's good to know. I was actually going to dive into that here because I have an article up about that. But to start off, it's going to be straw to deep yellow and very clear. And long-lasting white head are like prominent for a pilsner. Moderate. So normally a German pilsner has a moderate to moderately high floral, spicy, herbal hops with a medium grainy sweetness. Italian pilsner, of course, we're going to bump that up with a dry hop. And Adam, we are talking about Italian Pilsners and how they are slightly different from German Pils. Pretty much they're a major dry hop version of German Pils. And because we're dry hopping, you're mostly looking for aroma, not necessarily flavor. So we're still going to have Pilsner should have some bitterness to them there, but still a nice clean maltiness. And really crisp. A good Pilsner, like, is what you want in Spokane summers. Mouthfeel is going to be a light body. And this is a adjustment from a Czech Pils. So, yeah. Characteristics. And that is very, yeah, we can absolutely so. So according to craftbeer.com, the American Pilsner can trace it, or Italian Pilsner can trace its way to a small Italian town southwest of Lake Como, Tipolis, Tipopils. Yeah. So Italian Pilsners are going to be clean. And it should punch you in the face with noble hops, according to Kevin Davey, the brewmaster of Wayfinder. And I do trust Wayfinder. Unlike so Italian Pilsners are a little bit less on the malts, and more about the hops. So yeah, so it's pretty much American levels of hop aroma for a German Pils. Heater Allen, Modern Times, all make some. So yeah, a scuttlebutt. Okay, that's good to know. And according to Davey, which I would agree with this, is the hop selection is crucial. You don't want to have something that's going to be a kind of the citrusy hops like Mandarin Bavarian or Citra. Yeah, because you don't want that citrus. You're looking for spicy, minty, herbal, those floral notes as kind of your big hops. And we all know me, I like to experiment and kind of break apart the style. So when we get to building a recipe here later, which hopefully this month I'll get my brew father set up, and I'll build recipes in there, and I'll actually have all the recipes uploaded, and I'll make sure that there is the link in the comments for my brew father, so that way if anyone wants to create any recipes, they absolutely can. And that'll include all of my personal homebrew recipes as well. Just need to figure out some finance stuff for that first. But yeah, so getting back to the hop aromas and stuff. So I agree with you don't want to say Citra Bomb. Adam, Daniel, if you guys want to, you guys are more than welcome to comment in, and of course I'll read those out. Oh, you're saying not floral. So yeah, no, actually you're right. So the spicy, minty kind of hops. I want that kind of spice. So Brewers are Smin. So that is craftbeer.com. The defining characteristics of, according to Lowercase Brewing. Laurel hops, okay. So I'm seeing Spatz, Tettinger, or Spalt, Tettinger, and Hallertau Mitfuel. Saz is some. So using some of the Morning Nathan, we are in the discussion of what hops to use for an Italian Pilsner, since they are dry hop Germans and you really want that kind of nice floral. So let's I'm gonna pull up Brew Father. No, not Brew Father. Brewers. Here we go. Okay, we'll switch over to sharing the screen. Yes, I'm Bear Puncher Brews. Okay, so Bear Puncher's Italian. Technically, we are going to go with it because I don't think Italian Pills. BJCP. Let's see if Italian Pilsner. Okay, so it's going to probably be, and if you're submitting as a BJCP, you're going to be submitting as a mixed style. And Adam, I absolutely agree, especially with fresh hop, dry hops additions. Like, I think that actually a fresh hop pills would be a good choice for this, and I may do one for fresh hop season. And batch size, I'm at 4.5. 6.5 there. My efficiency is actually closer to 65%. So we're going to start off with 10 pounds of Pilsner. And because I am repping my local maltery, we are going to... Oh, I know what I'm brewing this summer for Baroness. we're going to brew an Italian Pilsner for Baroness. If Jimmy's watching, I'm brewing an Italian Pilsner for Baroness this year. So Baroness, for those of you who know, aka Adam and Daniel. So what Baroness is a mini home brewing competition / celebrating Baroness malt. So it's a festival that's actually held south of Spokane in one of the farm fields. Like, legitimately, we are, like, you can walk over and touch grain at times. But they have a mini homebrew competition that's a pro-am, and the only criteria is that you have to use Baroness malt. That has to be the majority of your malt. It doesn't have to be all of it, but it has to be a good chunk, because that's of course what it is. And then, yeah, we just hang out, we drink a bunch of beer, they get a bunch of locals from the local town over, and they actually, like, grill up a ton of chicken and corn. They have live music going. It's just like a big party. It's so much fun. There. Actually, we'll bump this up to 15, to 12. Nope, 11. 10.5 pounds. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, I actually love it, because that's really going to let the beer speak, but also... be there. So I just need to make sure I get a keg for it, because that's a festival I definitely want to have kegged beer for. Yeast. What is... Okay. Imperial yeast, because I mostly use Imperial. Don't know I did the way I did. Products. Explore yeast strands. Beer style. German ales. Probably just Kaiser. Yeah, we'll just do Kaiser. Even though maybe I do... No, we'll go Harvest. Actually, I like Harvest better. Okay. Harvest. Which means we actually bump that up to 12 or 11 pounds to get close to that 5.5%. There. That's true. So do you recommend Kaiser or Harvest? Or... actually Global? No, we're going to stick with Harvest. I might do a double pitch, just to make sure I get enough attenuation. I could co-pitch. That's not a bad call. And much unlike this recipe, which is like Saaz, I do not use Saaz as a bittering hop. Magnum. There's my 60-minute addition. Honestly, I can get multiple packs. I just buy whatever genus is almost out of. I mean, is past expiration date now, almost out of. Also, today's beer is the Wits Peak from Athletic Brewing. So, 60-minute. So we got Magnum, a 60-minute Magnum. And since we are... that's probably because of the cost, honestly, and the viability of being able to store yeast for a while, Adam. That would be my guess. Like, there's nothing wrong. Like, I would pick up dry yeast, too, if I just didn't have genus legitimately 7 minutes from my house. Like, on brew days, I have legit run over to Genus to pick up stuff I forgotten or I had broken or was missing. So we got Magnum. And because I am a non-traditionalist, Yakima Valley hops, we're going to jump over to Yakima Valley hops and shop German hop pellets. Let's see. So we got Magnum. Oh, ooh. How's the aroma on Hugh Melon? But yeah, no, I could totally see breweries switching over just... And also, now that's interesting, and you could do that. I think on the homebrew scale, you definitely want to do a starter. But for the big breweries, they're pitching enough yeast and stuff, and they have better controlling stuff that they could legit... Yeah, no, I think that, yeah, just a larger pitch, and yeah, they're good to go. And also, again, dry yeast just takes up so much less space. Like, in the space that I would store one Imperial packet, I could store like 8 dry yeast packets. So, yeah. Okay, getting back on track. What do you guys think of Hugh Melon for an Italian Pils? that strawberry aroma. I'm looking at that strawberry aroma in particular. Too fruity for the style. Okay. So let's see. Spicy. Spats. We're just gonna shop all hops and look at spicy. Yeah, that's true. Oh, wait, here we go. And yeah, I was thinking melon for dry hop. Well, I was just thinking because to make it to help with the flavor and stuff, I was gonna make all the hop additions going forward the same. I might include a little bit of Blanc Hallertau towards the end. Um, but we'll see. I I like the idea of Pacific Jade because it has that citrus notes, herbal, not too much citrus, but that will appeal to the American audience a little bit. But that herbal and that spicy. Let's actually see if I can. Herbal, spicy and herbal. So we got Mount Hood, Pacific Jade, Sapphire. Hey, KO, long time no see, and fancy that you mentioned dry hopping because we're talking about Italian pills and what hops to select for the Italian pills recipe I'm building. That I'm actually going to brew for a contest. Um, so yeah, and so we're looking at, and because you know me, I'm not the traditionalist of like I need to brew this perfectly to style. I am looking at, hey, what fun hops can I do to get some cool flavor, and I am doing 100% link malt. We're going we're doing it almost a smash. Not quite, but we're almost doing a smash. The only reason it's almost is because I refuse to use some of these aroma hops as a bittering agent. So yeah, just because there's the because I have now having worked at a brewery, I understand that you need that different hops do better in different areas, and Magnum is my preferred bittering hop now. I just if I need any sort of bittering addition at that 60-minute mark or even the 45-minute mark, it's going to be Magnum. I want to get that nice bitterness that Magnum can get. And because you as a pilsner naturally you want some bitterness, I'm going to just stick to Magnum. I am leaning towards Pacific Jade. Let's see what else. There's always Target, or we could mix in some Amaris. That's floral fruity. Oh. Let's look at the. Nope, not Amaris, because I'm trying to avoid some fruity. That's Sapphire. Maybe a little. No. Down. Actually, I think Adina and Pacific and Pacific Jade. There we go. We'll add one more. So we're gonna go an ounce of Adina, which isn't even loaded. What's the AA on this? We're going to split the difference and go 4% pellet, and we'll do a 15-minute addition there. And we can actually we'll drop this down to half an ounce. Even though I'm already blowing the IBUs out of the water. Yeah, once we'll have, actually we'll do 1 ounce dry, pellet and Pacific Jade. Pacific Jade is a 13% alpha acid. That high, I could honestly do a Pacific Jade as my bittering. Yeah, we'll actually do that. Oh, hey. And then we'll do a 7-day dry hop. Not Admiral. We'll actually do a 1.5 because that's a 4%, not 0.4. Pellet and also a dry hop 7 days. So a total of 4 ounces, 5.4%. The only thing that's not in range is, of course, the IBUs. I am over on that, but I'm okay. And I'm a little high on what they say ABV is, but I was looking for closer to that 5.5. Actually, I might bump it down. Yeah, we'll just go 10 pounds, which of course bumps up that, but it gets me closer to the 5% mark. So yeah, pretty simple recipe. And honestly, I could just make this a smash, which I may. We'll see. But right now, we got Adina hops and Pacific Jade as the 2 hop varieties. 1 ounce at the 60-minute mark, 0.5 at 15 of Adina, and then Pacific Jade and Adina 1 and 1.5 at the at 7 days. Smash it all the way? Okay. Well then, we'll bump that down to half an ounce. just because the IBUs are just so bloody high. We'll delete that, and we'll actually go 1.5 there. Yeah, no, and it's not a single malt contest. It's you primarily using link malts. Like there is one of the guys did Belgian Golden, and it's Link Baroness malt, not just the other link malts, but it's Link Baroness in particular. So we got Harvest Yeast, 0.5 Pacific Jade, 0.5 Pacific Jade. You're supposed to be pellet. And then 1.5 Pacific Jade on the 7-day mark, give or take. I never quite know what to do for the dry hop, so I just did 7 days, because I go base more off of how the beer's looking rather than the... It is. Well, and then the winner usually gets to collab with a brewery. Previous years has been Black Label. This year, I think it was No Drought. Which is funny. If I win, I get to go brew on a system that I know almost as well as the current brewer. If it's with No Drought again. But yeah, I'm stoked on this recipe. This is a super fun recipe. So yeah. Daniel, I will make sure I text you about when they start doing the promotion for Link Malt again. And we get people from the Tri-Cities, we get people from the Palouse, we've got people from Ellensburg, of course Spokane, and I think last year, I think SRM, we had 4 or 5 beers submitted as a club. Yeah, so hey, Daniel, I'll message you about the comp, and you brew a beer, bring it over. We can get you all down there and hang out with the SRM crew. We'll make you an honorary member. So I texted Hayden about what he's done, and he has never actually brewed an Italian Pils before or built a recipe. So he just has standard Pils base with hop, with either Tennessee German Pearl or Northern Brewer, or a combo of them. He leans towards Northern Brewer, and then the extra use of hops for flavor, and then dry hop. So I might actually, yeah, we'll stick that. I'm texting him that I'm gonna do an Italian Pils for. But yeah, nope, an Italian Pils is being done. So yeah, so Nathan, KO, Adam, Daniel, if you guys have any questions or anyone else that's lurking, since we got done with the kind of exploring what Italian Pils is, here's a couple. There's one recipe. You guys are more than welcome to pause the video. Here's another recipe. Oh, and I probably should add just a little bit of acidulated malt, just for my water chemistry. Because I just built the recipe today, and currently finding time to brew is a pain in the butt. I have a lot going on in my life. Like the fact that I am like specifically carving out time for you, Adam and Daniel, when you guys come visit is impressive. Which just under 2 weeks. Just under 2 weeks, I get to go hang out with you guys and take you to all the breweries. I have never done a step mash, but it is something that I would actually highly consider, especially since I am doing one type of malt. And let's see, do you actually give me this article, or are you going to make me sign in? You're going to make me sign in. Grainfather. What is it, and how do you do it? So I have my tropical stout ingredients to brew. I just didn't get around to brewing it because, well, as I mentioned last weekend, there was a lot going on in my life. My mom broke her leg, so I was dealing with that. And then yesterday was celebrating my mom's 16th birthday. She is a leap year baby, so she's only had 16 birthdays. And stuff. So just been super busy, and then today, the rest of today is, of course, tea and then climbing. And KO's doing an IPA for a contest. What hops are you using for your IPA? Because that always makes me excited. And then I'm always down for more lagers, as that's one of my favorite styles currently. An Adam beer is... So here's the steps for a step mash, by the way, for anyone that cares. It's just rests at different temperatures and times. What is that beer? Oh! Oh, those sound like good hops. Yeah. Made at H. Okay, now we're gonna look up a new hop. The HBC. Actually, I could just look that up. 638. Here we go. Oh. John Haas in Yakima Valley. John Haas. Let's see. Oh, this is a fruit bomb hop. Daniel, let me know how that turns out. And my pleasure, KO. I'm just excited to be streaming again. And before we go, since Daniel suggested talking about Italian Pilsners, which I am actually stoked about because that took up most of this time here, and given the fact that every live stream I do now, I do build a recipe live. So yeah. But what's next week's topic? And as a reminder, is the last Sunday, so the 31st, is a Q&A session. So send me any questions you have. I'll scour video comments, Discord, and everything like that. But post questions, and then as the last Sunday of the month, I'm going to take the time to go through and answer as many of those questions as I can. And our chat will be questions. there. But what's next week's theme? What are we doing next week for either a beer style or a theme or a topic? I like to get from you guys. But yeah, no KO. I like this streaming more, and once I get in the habit, once I build up some audience, we'll actually see if we can get some of the see if I can do some Discord calls with. Yeah, I've talked to Peter about that, and I will actually talk to Warren and Jess about letting everyone know and getting people over here and stuff. So that way we are. But yeah, no, I do want to get people some actual hosts, and because I am doing this from obviously my home. Uh, and stuff, I can do, instead of bringing people into the shop and stuff, which is hard on Sunday mornings, I can probably set up some Discord calls with some people to get some like experts on. But I do want to build up before I get there. And I will be doing a non-alcoholic IPA tasting video where I actually will bring a guest in. I will have my room in a lot better cleanliness state there, but we will have a guest, and me and at least one guest will try as many non-alcoholic IPAs as I possibly can. There, but KO, what do you want me to talk about next week? How to bring more malt flavor. Okay. Well, there's next week's topic is how to bring out more malt flavors in beer. So yeah, we will go ahead and discuss that. So if there's no other quick questions I can answer in a 10-minute time frame, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. But yeah, we'll talk about bringing out malty characteristics. I may be bugging Tim about that because I know he's kind of a little bit more of an expert and everything. But yeah, we will absolutely discuss that. So I'll give a moment to see if there's any additional questions. Yeah, no, I like my malt bombs. So, okay, well, it sounds like we are done. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thank you guys so much, and you have a wonderful rest of your day.